topic tenses. Now tenses, when we talk about them, they deal with the time. Okay, it is the part of the sentence that tells us that at what time the action has been done. Yes, it deals with the action of the verb, of the action of the sentence. That means verb. So whenever we talk about tenses, it's always like we have to find out the verb first of the sentence, the action, and then we have to identify that in which tense the action has been done. That means किस time पर वो काम हुआ है. Okay. So there are three main kinds that you all know: present, past, and future. वर्तमान काल, भूतकाल, and भविष्य काल. That you do in Hindi. So it is the same. But before starting on with these kinds and the sentences, I must tell you that you should have some previous knowledge of forms of verbs and subject and verb agreement. Yes, we will use all the 5 forms in all these kinds, and the subject and verb agreement is important because you should know that which subject has which verb. Like with singular, there are some particular kinds of verbs, and with the plural subject, there are some particular kinds of verb. So you should have this knowledge. So 3 main kinds, then there are 4 sub kinds. That means these kinds are further divided into these 4 subsections. These are simple tenses, continuous tenses, perfect tenses, and perfect continuous tenses. I'll brief about them one by one. First is the simple tense. Now the property of simple tense is that it is single verb with no helping verb. Yes, exactly. Tenses deals with verb. As I told you earlier, that we have to choose or select or underline the verb of the sentence, and that will decide our tenses. So it is the single verb with no helping verb, and it uses the first and the fifth form of verb. According to me, that is the fifth form that you can see in my link. Okay, what are they? Let us understand with an example. As you can see, I have made a table here. So our 3 main tenses are present, past, and future. Now, the example I have taken, that is of throw. The verb I have taken, throw. He throws a ball. Now comes a knowledge of subject and verb agreement. Here the subject is singular, he. So it is coming with S action word. Okay. He throws a ball. If the subject would have been they or I or you, then throw a ball, not S. Okay. That means they throw a ball, I throw a ball, and you throw a ball. Now you might be thinking, why I've taken all these 3? Yes, because I and you are very special kind of subjects. That is why they take the plural verb. Now coming to the past tense, either it is singular or plural or I or you, special kinds of subjects, they all have the same past tense verb, that is threw. So he threw a ball, they threw a ball, I threw a ball, and you threw a ball. Next comes to the future tense. Future tense is also the same. He will throw a ball, they will throw a ball, I will throw a ball, you will throw a ball. As you can see, I've underlined will and throw. It means that future tense is described by this word will. If in a sentence there is will, it means it is a future tense. And throw, it is the first form of verb. That means with will we use only throw, or first form, root form. We will not use S. If in some place it is will throws a ball, that means it's an error and that is to be rectified. So it is will throw a ball. Let us revise once. With present tense, that is with simple present, the verb is throws with the singular subject. The verb is throw with the plural subject, and with I and with you, because I and you take the plural verb. Now in past tense, it is either singular subject or plural or I or you, we use the second form of verb, that is threw. Then in future, either it is singular or plural, whatever subject is there, we will take will as it denotes, that is with the future tense, and the first form of verb. Generally, people ask me that we use shall with I. Now, it's not compulsorily that we have to use shall with I. No, shall is a suggestive verb, suggestive model. So, we may or may not use. Now, will is a verb or the model that is used almost everywhere. So, for the basic concept, we will use will for the future and with I also. Okay. Now, this was the simple tense. Now, coming to the continuous tenses. Okay. Now, coming to the continuous tenses. It has a property of ing. Now, this ing verb shows that the action is going on, because the name continuous suggests that the action is running right now. Like I am speaking, you are listening. So these ing forms of verbs, they tell us about the ongoing action. And it uses a helping verb. Without this helping verb, the verb is incomplete. And helping verb is the root form be, and it has these forms which are used in these tenses: is, am, are, was, were. Okay. Now, first one is the present continuous tense. Now, these are the verbs that tells that this sentence is in present tense. Now, with the singular subject he, we take is, and ing form is throwing. He is throwing a ball. Now, I, obviously it's special, so am is the verb that is used with throwing. I am throwing a ball. Then comes the plural subjects they, or again you are special, so they both will take are throwing a ball. Now, as you can see simply that this throwing verb or the action word is same in both the things, like they throwing is common in I and in the with the plural subjects. The only change is done in the helping verb. Okay, so continuous tenses means that it has ing form of verb and a helping verb that suits the subject. Alright, so this is the simple present tense. This is the okay, so this is the present continuous tense. Now, if it has to be the past continuous tense, the only change, very good, is of the helping verb. As you know, we have done is, am, are. Now, what are left? Was and were. So, with a singular subject, we will take was. He was throwing a ball. Again, I is singular. I was throwing a ball. They or you, they were throwing a ball. Okay, so this is the past continuous tense. Now coming to the future tense. When we come to the future continuous tense, as you all know that future tense is denoted by will. Okay, now here we can add will. Fine. He will. And ing verb is there. But the helping verb is missing. We have done all these 5. The remaining one is yes. The root form of all this, that is be. So here be will act as a lifesaver and he will be coming and completing this future continuous tense. This is he will be throwing a ball. If you will not add this be with the future continuous tense, that will be a wrong verb. The correct verb is with this be. Okay, this completes the future continuous tense. So he will be throwing a ball. I, yes, will be throwing a ball. They or you will be throwing a ball. Okay, now coming to the third sub-kind, that is the perfect tenses. Now the perfect tenses, as the name suggests, that the work has been done. completely done. Continuous means ongoing, perfect means completely done. Okay. Now, there are two properties of perfect tenses. First is it uses the third form of verb. Yes. And second is it comes with the helping verb, which is has, have and had. Now, we will use these helping verbs accordingly. Like in the present perfect tense, if the subject is singular, he, it will take has. And the third form is thrown. So he has thrown a ball. Now, when the subject is plural, that is they, or it is I or you, again special ones, so they will take have. So they have, third form is thrown a ball. Subject, verb and object. Okay, I have thrown a ball, you have thrown a ball. Now this is the present perfect tense. Now the past perfect tense only has a change. Very good. It is had. Now the past tense is same with the singular as well as the plural subjects. So it is he had thrown a ball, they had thrown a ball, I had thrown a ball, you had thrown a ball. Okay. Now coming to the future perfect tense. Let me tell you first, this was the past perfect with had. Now coming to the future tense. So the future perfect tense, again the word is will. That will be common in all the three. Okay. And the third form is also same in all the three. Okay. So he, will and thrown. If this has to be same, then what is the word that we can add here? So the helping verb from these three is have. Okay. So this is the verb, the helping verb that is used with the future perfect tense. This word completes a verb. He will have thrown a ball. Similarly, they will have thrown a ball. I will have thrown a ball. You will have thrown a ball. That means the future perfect tense is also the same with the singular and the plural subjects. After the perfect tense, it is the perfect continuous tense. Now, as the name suggests, they have the properties combined. Like we have the property of perfect tenses as well as the continuous tenses. Perfect tenses ka we have has, have, had and the third form. Okay. And continuous ka we have ing form of verb. Plus the helping verbs. So the helping verbs are all the perfect tense and the third form is of be. That is been. Got it? So these all three combine and make the longest verb of a sentence. So the present perfect continuous says he has been throwing a ball. So this is the verb. That's why I said this is the longest verb in the sentence. Now, same singular subject is having has, then the third form of verb been, and ing form of verb that is throwing. So the main verb is throwing, the action word, which comes with these two helping verbs along with them. So he has been throwing a ball. This is the perfect continuous tense. It means that this some action has been going on and it has to be completed, or it is completed now. Okay. So present perfect continuous is he has been throwing a ball. Now the plural subjects, they have been throwing a ball, I have been throwing a ball, you have been throwing a ball. Yes, same as we have done in the perfect tenses, that this have is common with the plural subject as well as with I and you, the special ones. Okay. Now if it has to be the past perfect continuous, yes, the same change, that is had. He had been throwing, yes, of course. They had been throwing, I had been throwing, you had been throwing. Fine. Now coming to the future perfect continuous. Very good. We have to add will and have. Very good. So it has to be will have been throwing. That means this been is the common word in the perfect continuous tenses that is coming in the all present, past and future tense. Perfect continuous tenses. So he will have been throwing a ball. They will have been throwing a ball. I will have been throwing a ball. I will have been throwing a ball. So here is the completion of all the tenses. If you want to have a review, you can have it. Let me tell you one thing. You can always form a table like this, which says that there are 4 kinds of tenses, and this table says present, past and future with all the possible subjects like singular, he plays, he played, and he will play. Same you can do with the other tenses with the properties, and it will be easier for you to remember them. Thank you.